Hi, I'm Anna, and my title today is Prepping is Crazy, or is it? Who is prepping? But my subject is, why is prepping not crazy? Why should you prepare for your own well-being? Let's take a look first at who else is prepping. Federal and state agencies are prepping. What was the stated goal of FEMA's prepping? It was to plan and identify required resources, but based on a from the bottom up local approach. Wait, what? What did they just say? A bottom up local approach? What's that? Oh, okay. They must mean my home state of Tennessee. Let's go to Ready, Tennessee. Ready, Tennessee is the Tennessee Emergency Management Agency website. Surely they will be there to rescue us in a disaster. They've been prepping too. Their website says, Ready, Tennessee promotes preparedness and provides situational awareness in Tennessee. Yay! See, I told you they have us covered. We don't need to prep. We can sit back, relax, and carry on as usual. What does our bottom-up local approach in Tennessee say we should do? Ready Tennessee says, emergency preparedness is an individual responsibility. Wait, what? Wait a minute. Emergency preparedness is an individual responsibility? The federal government isn't going to be able to prep for us? The state governments also aren't going to be able to prep for us either? They both say it's up to those on the bottom up to do our own prepping. That's not all they have to say about it either. They say, it is important for you to be able to care for your family and assist others in your community when a disaster strikes. Wait, what? It just said it was an individual responsibility. Now they're saying that I am the disaster relief assistance program of others in my community? But I didn't prepare. Prepping is crazy. How can I do what the federal, state, and local governments trained for and still cannot provide for us? What more do they have to say about this? When individuals are better prepared, their community's emergency resources can stretch farther and are better able to assist those in dire need. I highly suspect those community emergency resources will be available. Why do those federal and state agencies tell you that you might need up to 2 years or more of prepping supplies? But actually, they don't. Officials recommend that Tennesseans have a disaster preparedness kit both in their homes and cars. They even provide a link. Click here for a complete list of items that the American Red Cross recommends in a disaster preparedness kit. Let's click together. Here's a list of the contents of a sample kit they suggest you keep in both your car and home. Carry a 10-gallon water jug, a tinfoil blanket, and a 4-inch rain poncho, safety goggles, and a face mask for dust. And finally, you should have a flashlight, tiny radio, and batteries for both. Do you feel prepared? I don't. Let's take a look at infrastructure. According to the Tennessee Emergency Management Agency, it could take 6 months, a year, or possibly 2 years to restore power, and the entire eastern half of the United States would be affected. However, the loss of the electrical power grid could have the biggest impact on our lives. One problem is that many of the parts that make up the conductors that we deliver electricity to our homes are made overseas, and there is no surplus on hand should such a large area of the country's power grid be damaged. Let's think about that. What if they refuse to sell to us? Let's move on. Cell phone towers are not seismically protected, and most would fail. There are 3 major natural gas pipelines that come through West Tennessee and Middle Tennessee. There will be ruptures, fires, and explosions. Very few of Middle Tennessee's pumping stations are protected against an earthquake. Residents could be without drinking water for weeks to months, or maybe years. I don't think the 10 gallons of water stored in your home and car are going to last you or your family that long. In Middle and West Tennessee combined, there are about 2,600 bridges. Those would be rendered unusable. Roads would likely have large fissures in them, or there could be sections washed out entirely. We haven't even gotten to some of the natural geological occurrences known to be associated with such large quakes in our area. Things like liquefaction, sinkholes, sand blows, thunder rocks, natural geological gases escaping from underground. Dams are built to withstand a 5.0 to 5.5 magnitude on the Richter scale, but we're talking about a 7.0 to 7.5. It could be the worst case scenario for the United States Army Corps of Engineers and the TVA, Tennessee Valley Authority, requiring rescues of people and loss of infrastructure along the banks of the rivers. Mass flooding. What about the domino effect of these dams as they break? Exactly how much water could we be talking about? Even if some dams survived a large quake, they are not prepared to receive such large amounts of discharged water from failed dams upstream. I don't think the 4-inch rain poncho is going to help you out here. Some estimates suggest that a major earthquake in the New Madrid zone would be a nationwide catastrophic event, largely due to the interruption in transportation, communications, fuel supplies, and the economic consequences that would be experienced as a result of damage to the infrastructure. That's right, it would affect not only the trucking industry that supplies food, but even the major shipping industries along our eastern seaboard and Gulf coasts. Imported items could not be shipped by train or trucks from these areas to the interior or to across the country to the West Coast. Although much shipping comes in from the West Coast also, who among us knows how much this will affect the rest of the country as well? With all these possibilities, how can you and your family be prepared? And that was my ending statement. Thank you.